Hey there everybody, Don Evans here from WatchReport.com, and today I have the Esoteric Bathyal Azul, Azul being blue for this one. There is going to be a couple of different variations, and I want to state right off the bat that anything that I miss, because this is a prototype and it is going to be going up for pre-order on March 5th, 2020, and I have only had this in hand for a few days, and I've been wearing it straight for the time that I've had it, but I haven't had it in hand enough before doing having to get this video done as I normally would, so there may be some information that I'm forgetting, but I have been wearing it straight for the past 5 days, and this is a prototype. There are going to be some changes, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the company itself and how it came about. So Shane Snyder from the Watcha Facebook group and Christian Champion from Ocean Crawler started discussing one night and exchanging pictures of watches from the 70s that they really liked. And to make a long story short, it ended up being a new watch brand and a joint venture between them. And this is going to be the very first model. So when it comes to pre-order, you'll see all the specs and everything up on the screen, and the pricing and everything. And I'll have all the information down in the links below, as also WatchReport.com. I'll have that link down below, my full review, and I'll have a ton of information there as well for anything that I don't mention here. But you're going to be looking at a price of $599 for the pre-order. And it's going to be a short pre-order. These are scheduled to deliver middle of March is that scheduled delivery. And even if they go beyond the delay, it shouldn't be past March. So you're going to be looking at a very, very short pre-order period, which is good for a lot of people, who get a little impatient. They don't like to wait. So what you have here is, this watch takes inspiration from a few divers from the 70s. It is, almost that square cushion case shape, TV style case shape, I guess maybe if you want to call it that. Definitely has that vintage vibe going for it. You maybe think of certain Bulova watches and a couple of others when you look at this. I think the other one is Dugina. Those are the two main inspirations, and really, I am very impressed with this watch in person. And it was one of those watches that before it came to me and I saw the Shane had shared the renderings with me and different things, and it's like, okay, I liked it. I didn't realize how much I was going to like it, or I guess that I was going to like it even more once I got it in hand. This is just a really well-made piece. You'll see the video on the screen here of all the close-ups and on the wrist and everything like that throughout the video. And this is a prototype. And normally sometimes I just really hate reviewing prototypes because there's going to be so many changes, or the watch is just not really, it was built so quickly at the factory just to get that, that prototype sample out, that you don't know what that production model is going to be. This is there is going to be one change, and I'll talk about that here in a second, but this is a very, very well made piece. And I think one of the other parts about it is I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and this has a it's 44 millimeters, but it only has a lug to lug of 48 millimeters. It's going to fit a lot of wrist sizes, probably down to a 6.5-inch wrist or so. So it's, obviously if you like wearing a little bit bigger, chunkier watch, that'll work. This fits so well on the wrist. It is so comfortable. I thought with having this big crown that it was going to be digging into the back of my hand or whatever. This just fits perfectly on me. Now, this was, there's scratches on this and whatever. Again, it's a prototype. It was in other reviewers and the photographer's hand before it got to me. What was funny is that the extra links weren't included for whatever reason, but when I got it, it actually was sized perfectly for my 7.5-inch wrist. It should fit up to an 8.5-inch wrist out of the box. So overall, I think this is a very well-made piece, and especially considering it is just a prototype. One of the things I really like is how they color matched the date wheel to the text on the dial. Now, when it concerns the bezel, the DLC model will have a fully loomed bezel, and the rest of them will just have the triangle. Obviously, this is a funky style bezel, but you can see it on watches from the 70s. And there was a watch a few years ago I reviewed that had a similar style of bezel. Speaking of the bezel, and again, prototype, but this is very, very nice bezel. When it concerns the crown, I really thought that the crown being so large could dig into the back of my hand, but it doesn't. It insets into the crown pretty well when you screw it down. And beyond that, just the way the watch is designed and the way it sits on the wrist does not dig into the back of my hand at all whatsoever, so not a problem there either. Now, the only thing that is going to change for production is going to be how the bracelet attaches. Currently, it has solid end links, as you can see, and it does attach with your normal spring pin. The problem is, let's see if we can rest this here. The problem is that because it is such a tight fit with the end links and such a small, they're small end links to begin with just because of the style of the case. And it is, just really no other way to say it. It is an absolute nightmare to get this bracelet on. I had to actually put the bracelet on. When it came to me, the bracelet was reversed, and you know, you just can't get a feel for the proper fit like that. And I was already told that putting the bracelet on is quite a pain. It is. So what they're going to do is it's going to be quick release bracelet, so it's easier to get on and off. Especially, this is going to come with a leather strap as well as this bracelet. And if you want to put other straps on it and then you want to go back to the bracelet, it is just going to make it a lot easier. I'm normally not a huge fan of quick release straps or bracelets, only because, it's another opportunity for something else to break. But in this instance, I see what they're doing and why they are choosing to do that. Overall, you have a 90-15 automatic movement. It's sapphire crystal, of course. Very solid case and bracelet, and an interesting and unique design. One that I really do like. One that I like way more than I thought I was going to. It's very comfortable on the wrist. It's a very cool looking watch. I think the vintage colored lume works well. I really like the choice of markers and everything. Overall, it's just, to me, this is a great looking watch, and it stands out, in a market where there's a lot of similarity to watches. This stands out a little more than some others. So if you want to see more, go ahead and click the description down below. Take you over to watchreport.com. I'll have the link to the sign up page. Again, pre-orders will start March 5th. You know the deal. Hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're already not subscribed. If you want to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, it is @WatchReport. You can follow Esoteric Watches on Instagram below. I'll leave a link to them as well. I am pleasantly surprised with this watch. I think it is a cool venture. And as I said, pre-orders start March 5th, and it should be a quick turnaround time as far as I am told. And, $5.99 price for the pre-order. Obviously, it's going to save you about $200. So I don't like to push, anything on anybody or tell somebody to buy a watch. But if you are interested in purchasing one, obviously saving $200, purchasing it sooner rather than later is going to save you some money. But hope you enjoyed this video of the Esoteric Bathyal Azul. Thanks for watching. Talk to you on the next one.